Good morning. Trying to get warmed up for some work this morning. The other day, I cut this log up that's been laying here since I've been here on this property. This tree was literally laying here when we bought it. And after all the years it's been laying there, still solid, not even rotten at all. I've burnt most of it, and I tell you, this is the best burning wood. I still haven't looked it up to see what kind of wood it is, really. But this is what I've made my chopping blocks out of, my splitting logs. But this stuff burns so nice and hot. It makes the hottest coals ever. Even after the wood is burnt and it's just coals, hot coals, it still puts off so much heat. I wish I had a dozen more of these trees. Before I get started, I'm gathering a little bit of wood for later, before I get too tired and then I don't feel like it afterwards. I figure I'll get it out of the way. Look at that. Man, this stuff is just the most nice, hot burning wood ever. And I have one more up here that's still actually standing. I think I'm gonna cut that down. But the bad thing is this stuff is so hard, it dulls a chainsaw more than any wood I've ever cut. It's worth it though. And I think that's what I'm gonna do today. I have a couple trees I want to cut down. 1, 2, I might actually make it 3, because I want this tree over here, the same kind of wood as this, for firewood also. The tree's so bad, I mean, I guess it's just best either for chopping blocks. Man, some cutting boards would be all right with this stuff. I have a couple logs laying up there that I still have. Maybe I need to turn some of them into some cutting boards or something. But the one that's still standing, I'll show you. It's so, it's not in good shape at all, so I think it's just a firewood blessing. I think that's about it for this tree. I have one laying here too I need to cut up. Amazing wood, amazing. I wish I had more of those trees here. That'd be real nice if I had a few more, but I see them here and there. Here's the stump here. It was actually laying here, and once I cut up the tree here, it was about out to there, to here. Then I had another log laying over there. I think I might, yeah, I have a couple more pieces over here. Those will burn all right too. Here's the stump. This is such nice wood. I think I'm actually gonna cut this stump up into firewood too, because this stuff just, man, it burns great. And I'm at the end of the life on the chain that I have on the Husky 55, so I figure I can cut this stuff up before I put a new chain on it, because it's due for a new chain. I might be able to sharpen it one more time, use it, and then I got to put a new chain on it. I figure I can cut this hard stuff up since that chain's kind of at the end of its life anyway. I have this piece that's been laying here too. I think I actually cut this one down. I think this one was standing. There's the stump of it right here. While it's still really cold, I'm probably gonna burn this up before spring comes. Have some nice fires. And in the near future, I'd like to just spend a day just going around and cutting stumps down as low as I can. I have stumps everywhere where I've been cutting down trees and leaving kind of the stumps sticking up. We got this one right here, just the same kind of wood. And it's super dead. It is gone. That'll be a lot of firewood too. And over here, kind of by our generator platform, this about to be a generator shed. We have this, look at that crazy looking growth here. How it just grew into a big crack. I think this is poplar. I think it's a just dead poplar tree. But that crack is kind of a little crazy. It's leaning out that way, but also curved and leaning backwards at the same time. So this is gonna be an odd one to cut, but I'm gonna fell it out here. Another stump I gotta cut down. I mean, stumps and stuff I gotta cut up everywhere. I figure I'll drop this. This would be some decent wood. Kind of dangerous. The top could just break off easily, just with a little bit. I mean, I can push this tree and make it shake, so it's a pretty crazy one. And this is a crazy one too over here by the generator platform. This pine tree right here, it is leaning and it's really curved. There's the bushy top here, and it just kind of has a super lean like a palm tree. I'm thinking if I cut it in 8 to 10 foot sections, I should be able to get some pretty decently straight boards out of it. And this is the tree I'm planning on turning into my generator shed roof. If I milled 16 footers like I usually mill, I would not be able to get straight boards out of it. But for shorter ones, I think the roof is gonna be something like 8 by 10. Platforms like a little more than 4 by 6. So I think we're gonna go about 8 by 10. So we have some hangover all the way around it. I think if I cut 8 footers and 10 footers, I should be able to still get some straight edges on it and have the boards, the width, good enough to build the roof. After cutting up all that wood over there, this hardwood saw is probably pretty dang dull. But we're gonna see if we can cut this down. I'm not even gonna notch it. It's leaning so bad. I'm just gonna try to cut the front a little bit, then do a back cut. See what happens. how hard that wood is. I definitely got to sharpen this saw. So here's the brand new one compared to the old one here. You can see how far gone this chain is. I've been using this chain for quite a long time. Look at that size of the teeth there. So I'm gonna sharpen this once or twice more, try to use it for the day, get the rest of the life out of it, and then we'll throw this new one on there and have a good chain for quite a long time. Look at this. I actually had this chain hanging in my garage, and they look identically the same length, and this chain looks dang near brand new compared to this one. Look at that. So I think what I'm gonna do, I have no idea why I had this hanging up. I hope there's nothing wrong with it, but I think instead of sharpening this one again, I think I'm gonna put this one on there and make sure it works. But it looks like a perfectly good used chain. I have no idea why I took it off and had it hanging in the garage, but I'm gonna put it on there and see what happens. I think I'm gonna put this brand new one I have here back in the package here and save that one for later, hopefully. If this one works, I mean, it looks good. I don't see anything wrong with it. Well, the chain fits the saw great, but I'm noticing none of these teeth match the file at all. I don't know if maybe I never even sharpened this. See how there's just a lot of play in it. So I'm sharpening this thing to where all the teeth match my file and are really sharp. So this is going to take a little longer than I planned on it, but it'll be worth it. But yeah, I'm having to file all of these. A lot of play in them. I can tell I used it one time, got it pretty dull. Like there's a huge gap in there. So sit here and play with this for a while, and then I think I'm gonna ride and get some lunch. This is gonna take me a little bit, probably close to an hour to get all these sharp. It's awesome that it fit. I don't know what kind of chain this is, but you can see it's hanging over the file, sticking over the file. I'm having to take off like a quarter of the tooth to actually get it right. Scrape that off the top here. You can see that is just way over the file, almost all the way to the middle top of it. So I'm having to I'm having to work my butt off to get these straight. Literally taking like a quarter of the dang tooth off to get it right. Look at that. Yeah. I'm guessing this is not an Oregon chain. Look at that, man. Look how rough it is. Every single tooth is like this on this chain. I'm probably taking more than a quarter off of this one. There we go. That's fitting a little better. There we go. And the next one. They're all like that. Look at that. Almost halfway over the file. That one ain't too bad, but that corner's chipped. Look at that one. All right, they're all looking pretty beautiful now. That's pretty much the result, I guess, of using a chain too much before you sharpen it. When you get a brand new chain, the teeth do not really match the file. This thing does not want to zoom. You know, the factory edge does not usually match the file. So if you use the chain too much when it's new before you sharpen it, the further off it's going to be and the more you're going to have to sharpen it. But I hate this thing won't zoom. Or focus, I mean. Don't want to focus. But they're looking beautiful. Now I guess I'm going to go grab some lunch before we put this thing in the hardest wood ever and see how it does. After all the chainsaw sharpening, riding to get lunch, it looks like lunch is gonna really turn out to be dinner. So we're gonna go cut up this log with our freshly sharpened chain, get us some firewood, then we're pretty much gonna call it a day after that at work and start us a nice fire, hook us up some dinner, and probably watch a couple videos, chillax by the nice warm fire. Let's go see how this thing cuts. top of it, it broke off and stabbed in the ground. Good stuff right there. definitely an Oregon chain. That thing is super cutting. Came a little loose. But wow, that felt like it didn't dull at all. So we can still do some more cutting before we sharpen it again. I'm super hungry. Didn't get as much done today as I wanted to. I wanted to drop them other 2 trees, but we're gonna do that tomorrow. And possibly even start milling for the generator shed roof. All right, let's take some of this with us and let's start us a nice hot fire. Take a few of these too. These look super nice. These gonna burn very nice and hot. Let's get it in. This is the same wood that I made my chopping block out of here. Very tough, hard stuff. Split us up a little kindling. This thing's still hot. Burned this all night and all morning. We'll be cooking in no time. There we go. A little bit of sesame oil in the pan. Just to oil it up some. Ooh, that was kind of a bit there. Heat this thing up just a little. I'm about to show y'all how to make the easiest, bestest fajitas. I should have grabbed the onion. I didn't think about a dang onion, but we got plenty. And I'm gonna show you why this is the easiest. This is kale. I love me some kale, especially heated up, steamed or cooked. I love kale regardless though, raw too. The taste gets, I think, even better when it's heated up though. All right, we got our pile of kale. I'm gonna do some carrots. I think that ought to be enough carrot. I like the carrots a little long. So you can kind of lay them down and get some crunch in every bite. So I guess all of these ain't gonna go on there. Quite a bit of them though. We're gonna pack this thing. And some jalapeno. This is my second one. I actually had a jalapeno. I swear I washed it and then I lost it. I have no idea what I did with it. I looked everywhere. All right. I'm pretty much cutting up enough because I'm probably gonna do 2. All right, some garlic. Look, y'all, I've pretty much done ate that whole thing of garlic already. I love me some garlic. I have to say the fresh garlic is a little more spicy. That garlic just in the water like that, it kind of seems to take a little bit of the spice out. I think our pan's hot enough. Where's my glove? Makes it a little more crunchy. All right, let's finish this. None of this stuff is going to be cooked. It's just going to be heated. So it's still very raw and healthy. It's just going to be heated up. And I'm about to show you why. These are the easiest fajitas to make, but the best. I wouldn't say the best. I do love my Mexican restaurant fajitas, but these are very close. If I had, like, you know, some onion and some bell pepper on here, make it a little closer. And you can't beat the Mexican seasonings that they use. All right. Now we're gonna put our shell right in here. Like that. Let a little bit of that oil get on there because it's gonna get a little crispy. Throw some kale. Put some carrots on there. I love carrots, so I'm gonna put quite a bit of carrots. Kind of push it down some. Garlic and jalapeno. Now we're going to put us some roasted garlic. And this is why it's the easiest, because we got us some pre-cooked chicken. Oh yeah. Chicken on there. Put some Texas Pete on there. We got us some 50-50 spring mix with some spinach. Oh, we need a wrench. Throw a little bit of ranch on there. Throw us in some Celtic sea salt. Now we're gonna throw a spring mix. That's probably enough. It's gonna be hard to roll up. Roll it up like a big old doob. Oh yeah. Oh man, it broke. Shell broke. Should have put another one in there. Dang it. We're gonna double roll it. That's a little more than I want, but you know what? We ain't making perfect videos here. All right, we're gonna push that down so it'll stay. I'm gonna put it over the fire. Sorry, my lid's a little dirty from being out, but it is what it is. Now we're gonna sit it over the fire and let that heat up. We'll let that sit, you know, 5-10 minutes. It's kind of off the heat, so it's low heat. We'll sit here and watch a video for a few minutes. That's the wood we started off with. Restarted the fire, and look how hot it's burning. Look at those coals in there. Normal wood like poplar, pine, maple does not create hot coals like that and burn that long. Oak possibly, but this even burns a lot hotter than oak. It's crazy that you can make like 2 of these perfectly off camera, then you try to record making one and you can't even pick it up. And I believe, not making excuses, I believe that's because this is a corn tortilla and it ripped kind of easy and I had to double it up. The ones that I did perfect were actually flour tortillas, so I guess that's what I got to do from now on. Stay away from the corn ones. I guess they kind of tear easier, and I like to pack them and roll them tight and have a big fat fajita, but it didn't work out for me. Oh, and this is a little embarrassing. I know the chair looks horrible. I haven't even sat in that chair in forever. The dogs dirty it up, and so every time I go to the laundromat, I forget to take that thing, all the covers and stuff to the chair, to the laundromat. And I'm so busy, I haven't trained them to leave my chair alone yet, so they just help themselves to my chair. Everyone telling me I need to give my animals attention, but they use my chair all they want, and you know, it's hard to take time to stop in the middle of what you're doing to give animals attention. And animals, they usually beg for attention when you give them a lot of attention. It's not usually the opposite, but anyway. Let's try this messy fajita that we're gonna have to eat with a fork.
Look, they're all over it. They're sticking to it right there.
Oh yeah.
That's funny.
That is pretty funny.
They're just like dripping off.
They're just dripping off. It's very sticky. Where is the shell? I don't know. To the slow-mo. Good thing we have slow-mo. Found the shell. So it did bust it open. Primer's gone. That whole wad full of shock flew out together, hit the bear, and then flipped over.
A little more tortilla than I really want. I got them kind of cooked together. Can't pick it up and eat it like normal, but it's still great with a fork. That's amazing. We didn't quite get as much work done as we wanted to today, but some days it's like that, you know. You end up doing maintenance more than the work you planned. But this makes up for it.
Still no damage to our squishy bear. So we'll try buckshot. Whenever I'm shooting at bear, I always use buckshot. 12 gauge, double-aught, buckshot. Coming in. Hot. So the buckshot pellets, they're always separated from each other with a bunch of like little powdery stuff. That's all that. So it's stuck all on it, but nothing's still going in. You just covered in.
Well, this is pretty much what we're doing. We gonna finish eating, watch a video, relax, and be grateful for life. That chicken is wonderful. Buying that rotisserie chicken. Makes amazing fajitas.